Welcome to Maple Grove for the Section 5 AA Boys Soccer Semifinals, a twice-delayed game here. It's the number 5 seed, the Park Center Pirates, and the top seed, the Champlin Park Rebels. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Sig Ligry. And Sig, this game was supposed to be at the high seed, which is Champlin Park. They have a grass field. It did not fare so well through the snowstorm, so they were able to move the game back from Tuesday to Wednesday initially, and then had to move it again Wednesday to Thursday. Everybody thought, okay, great, we're going to be on a turf field, everything will be fine, and we got to Maple Grove, and there was a fair amount of slush on the field. I think both teams were a little bit caught off guard by what the field looked like. It may not be pretty at all times, but it's a chance to play and advance to that section final.
Yeah, it is playable, although it actually looks a lot better now than it did about half an hour ago, because the players have been walking all over the field, and that's been absorbing some of the snow. But it's going to be a little bit treacherous. There you see the snow that was scraped off from yesterday. That black stuff is some of that rubber that comes up from the surface of the turf. You see the players are keeping themselves warm, getting ready to get out on the field. The other problem we have is very strong wind coming from left to right, up to 12 miles an hour, gusting probably 15, 16, so that's going to create a little bit of havoc. Temperatures about 34 degrees. So the players are going to have to be moving around a lot. You see a little bit of a drizzle on the camera lens.
Let's talk about key players to look at in tonight's game, starting with the Pirates, and a guy that we saw way back in the very first game of the season, and he has got plenty of skill. Sadiq Jabate's had a nice season. He will see how the footing is, because he's really good with his feet, but he's a guy that obviously the Rebels are going to have to kind of keep an eye on this evening, Sig.
Yeah, he's the playmaker. He's got 10 assists. That tells you he's really good at reading the defense and getting the ball up to the forwards to get their shots. So yeah, they're going to have to mark up on him, make sure he doesn't get loose.
And for Champlin Park, we're going to talk about their senior who's had a dynamite season, Will Heinen. One of their two that have really excelled, along with Leo Kane, the sophomore. And Will's a Mr. Soccer finalist, one of 5 in Class AA, 15 goals for the Rebels. Got good speed, and it's going to be very interesting to see. I mean, I could see this game having a lot of chances because of footing issues, but I could also see chances being hard to come by because of the footing, and also the ball, you know, is going to have a little trouble rolling through that slush, I would think, as well here this evening. So we said the regular season meeting went Champlin Park's way. If you look at the season as a whole, they would clearly be considered the favorite. They've been dynamite this year. They had one little slip up against Armstrong, but other than that, they've played very well, beating the rest of the top teams in the Northwest Suburban, including Maple Grove, the team that plays here, in a game we did for you earlier this season over at Champlin Park. So this is kind of their year, it feels like. I mean, they won't get a chance, or neither of these teams or any of the teams will get a chance to play in the state tournament, but Champlin Park, you know, certainly has been an outstanding team from moment number 1 of this season. And you know, if the favorite wins, it would be them, but we know in the playoffs, and especially on this kind of a field, you never know what's going to happen. Mounds View awaits the winner of this one after they defeated St. Paul Central 1-0 in the other semifinal.
Oh, that's sad.
Central grad Sig says, but yes, Mounds View, and it sounds as though the game is likely to be at Mounds View on Saturday. That's the early talk anyway. It's not set in stone, but the field conditions are not going to be good enough to play at Champlin Park by Saturday, it sounds like, and that Mounds View may be the option that they are going to end up going with, because they are a part of the section and they have turf field and all of that good stuff. So we got the Champlin Park girls will be playing this evening on this field as well. John Jacobson will join Sig for the call of that one as they take on Spring Lake Park and try and get back into that Section 5 championship. Sig, we've kind of talked about it throughout the year, but especially on the boys' side, this year we have some teams that really would be competitors to win the state tournament from our area. This Champlin Park team's one of them. Wayzata is one of them. Maple Grove's one of them. Bracken Class A is one of them. But it is what it is.
Yep.
With this COVID-19 season, we're not going to get a chance to see if they would, in fact, go through and maybe be able to take a state title. But, it's a disappointment that everybody will have to kind of just get over and try and win their section and be satisfied with that.
And you're right. It's kind of a downer because, like so we've seen most of these teams play during the year because due to coverage, we were able to cover quite a few more soccer games this season, so we got a good chance to look at them. And there are some really good teams in this whole area that we have been associated with.
Well, we talked tonight about, field conditions, and obviously I think as a goalkeeper tonight, you're going to be maybe a little extra cautious.
Yes.
Footing is going to be an issue, but also handling the ball. I think you're going to see the keepers try and do less with just catching it clean with their hands and more with knocking it down, more with getting their body behind the ball to make sure it doesn't just slip through the fingers and into the net.
Well, that's exactly what we were talking about before the game. The keeper's going to have to slap it down, keep it in front of them, because it's going to have some snow rolling up on that ball by the time it gets to the keeper. And the other factor is that the keeper's going to be going down on the surface. They're going to get wet and cold. See, all the players from Champlin Park are wearing their shorts.
The interesting thing, I think, for all these guys, too, though, is you want to be conscious of the footing and maybe, take shorter, choppy steps, but at the same time, you got to have it out of your head that you need to be worried about that and just go out and play at the same time, right?
Yeah, let the adrenaline take over, and we'll see how it works out. When we were down on the field itself, and the condition of the field underneath all the snow is actually pretty good. It's a little bit springy. It doesn't seem to be overly saturated, so that's the good part. But we'll see what happens with the traction as we get the game underway.
Look at the starters for Scott Dossett and the Rebels. Logan Miller, the sophomore, has taken over late in goal. Darius Givens, an outstanding football player for Champlin Park, and suffered an injury in football, so he is out for the season. Had played the bulk of their games in goal this year for the Rebels, but Miller, they're confident in, and they hope that they just won't, be giving up a ton of shots. Was kind of the game plan. Isaac Zhang, who took over this year in goal for Park Center and has had a solid year for the Pirates. And again, they've been good, not great overall, I think would be a fair way to say it. A little over 500. They're, I think, a team that everybody respects and knows is good enough to beat them if you don't play well. But at the same time, they've had some losses along the way here. They graduated a fair amount from last year's team, but have been a good, solid program. And we are underway here. Champlin Park will possess it first. And they're going to try and get a few different guys a touch here as they look to move the ball upfield a little bit. Now looking to swing it left side. That pass dying in the slush a little bit, taken by Juan Bello for Park Center, but then knocked away. Here comes Kane to it, getting it to Heinen.
He's got a 1-on-3, gets past the first line.
Heinen stepping through and nearly got to that ball. The Pirates will clear it out. It'll be a throw coming for Champlin Park. Boy, Heinen and Kane have been just a dynamite duo this year.
That's why they're so dangerous. Here's Isaac Zhang, senior goalkeeper for the Pirates.
Going to come back and play it here to Miller. Miller will swing it out now for Nathan Collins, one of the captains here for Champlin Park.
And you can tell the wind factor where that ball came out and just kind of rolled to the left.
Heinen and Kane trying to get something going there, but it's taken away. Here's Jabate controlling now for Park Center. Move it out left. I think, telling exactly where the lines are is a little bit difficult tonight too. I mean, that's maybe not quite the concern as the footing would be, but I wouldn't be surprised if occasionally you're going to see some passes out wide where people are a little bit misjudging where the lines are. I suppose on the field you can see it fairly well. From up here, it's hard to tell.
You can see it better when you're right on top of it, but you're right. If they have a run up the sideline, it's going to be difficult to know when the ball goes over the touchline.
Be a throw coming here for Park Center. We are very early on in the contest. Section 5AA semifinal. The winner gets Mounds View in the championship. Cameron Safek will throw this one in once they finally get it retrieved and a little bit of the snow cleared off it. And headed out of play there by Champlin Park's Chandler Merrick. So it'll be another throw coming here for Safek. Going to come short with it. Then he gets a return pass, but couldn't control it. I don't think he was quite expecting that, or at least in that way. So a throw here for the Rebels.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit surprised that that ball came back.
Jabate got to that ball briefly. Now it pops up in the air, and you see the wind knocking it down, as Sig mentioned. Pirates unable to tee it up for a shot. Long ball ahead to Heinen. Heinen steps around, and now it gets to Kane.
Nice through pass.
Tried to step through the defenders there, but they stood their ground pretty well. Nice play to win that one back by Cullen Mork, another of the captains for Champlin Park. Looking up high here, but Pirates got to it first. However, the follow-up, a little bit of an opportunity there, but knocked away. And we're going to get a foul call there going against Park Center, as got a little bit of a push in as the Pirates called for that one. So it'll be Mork teeing it up here for the free kick here for Champlin Park. Hits a pretty good ball. The deflection, it's loose in front. Here's a try and just off. Wow, Rebels nearly got on the board right away there. It'll be a corner kick upcoming, as that ball kind of in the middle of traffic here, and we'll see.
Yeah, it ends up going.
You see, is it they couldn't get the clear, and then
it just missed by about a foot on the edge of the near post.
Really didn't look like Zhang hit it. It must have been the defender's foot. That.
Yeah, that's what.
Out front it comes. Pirates get to it first. Now it's laying loose for a moment. Rebels unable to turn and get a shot on there. Here's Bloss. Serving one in. Now Kane retrieves, fires, and Zhang the save. The rebound for Heinen. It's a goal. Kane the shot, and Heinen the rebound, and Champlin Park is on the board less than 5 minutes in.
And you can see that one developing. That's what we were talking about. The keeper is going to have to be able to knock the ball down and keep in front, which he did. However, when Hyman saw that opportunity, he came in full speed and managed to make contact with the ball to get it into the open net. You see it again. Watch the speed of Heinen right here. Comes in and then pokes it into the upper corner.
Really no wasted motion too once he got to it. He just gave it that little inside out flick with the right foot. So Heinen will get his 16th of the year. Zhang made a good save on the first one, but we could see he had to dive on a ball that maybe on a normal dry night he might have been able to shuffle over and stop a little bit easier.
Yes, you're right.
So the Rebels don't take too long to get on the board here, and sometimes when you're, the favored team, if it stays 0-0 for a long time, you start to press a little bit, but that's not an issue for them here, as their first real good opportunity goes in the net, and they are looking for more quickly here. Kane, a little return pass, but knocked away from Cole Bridson. Rebels get it right back. Bridson serving it up to the right side. But nice play defensively to at least get back. Heinen trying to get a step. Now crosses it. Kane trying to get to it. He trips over the keeper. Zhang might be a little bit shaken up. Up the sideline it goes, and Zhang made his way to his feet. Boy, another opportunity there for the Rebels, as Kane was in tight and trying to tuck that crossing pass away and got tangled with Zhang.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Zhang to see how he recovers. He seems to be well enough to stay in the game, so.
Yeah, the referee was kind of like starting to go upfield while keeping his eye back to him to make sure he was getting up. And it's one of those things. I mean, you want to protect players and player safety, but at the same time, you know, you can't take away a possible scoring chance from the other team if you're not really sure if he's hurt too.
Yep, exactly.
Free kick here for Park Center. Knocked away from Kane there. Now Bridson trying to get it ahead, broken up there by Safik. That pass deflected, but it's still going to get to the outside here. Bello sending one in, but deflected away. John Ando controlling here for Champlin Park, but that pass we picked off. Kane, though, trying to pounce on Jalen Chindavong. Tap to the outside and a tough ball to keep alive, and he couldn't quite do it. Good effort there by Diego Zavala Varela, but out it went. Then a throw that didn't get much on it. Bello flicking it ahead there, trying to go to Samson Oyedokin. And that one cleared off the field by Alex Higgins. It'll be a throw here for Park Center. Safek will take the throw.
That's the other thing I didn't think about. On these throw-ins, a lot of the players like to run up to the line and throw it, but they can't do that because they got a bunch of snow in the way.
Yeah, the snow was cleared, you know, just another foot or two off the line, but you're right. That footing's going to be real treacherous if you're running through that snow part. Ooh, it's going to be a corner kick here as Chandler Merritt got to it for the header, but couldn't direct it out wide. Instead, cleared it over the line. So corner kick upcoming here for Park Center, and Jabate will get set to take it here. Jabate kind of indicating he doesn't think the ball has enough air in it, I think.
Yeah, it may not.
They're going to sub it out, put a different ball in. Coach Dossett from Champlin Park was talking to us about that game he saw where they had that happening, where the balls were getting deflated a little bit because of the cold temps. Jabate, here's the header. It bounces straight down, then a second header and a third, and it goes just wide. It'll be another corner kick upcoming here for Park Center. Boy, the Pirates had a near miss there. Here's a good indication of why you don't want to keep giving up too many corner kicks in these kind of playoff games.
You see it with it bounce down, now up again. Header just to the inside of the near post. Yeah, went off a defender's shoulder as the referee gave a good indication there. And now giving them orders that, all right, you're crowding the keeper just a little too much here. There's Logan Miller in the middle of that bunch. Miller gets to this one, and there's a foul called on Park Center, and now handball. Oh yeah. I was going to say, I don't think he was going to have a lot of patience after having to tell him a couple times to back off. I think he was going to give the keeper the benefit of the doubt there. And we had a sub coming in, so Miller put it back into play before he was supposed to there. We'll redo that. Yeah, that's coming on for the Pirates there is Brian Jimenez Maruri. Here's Collins with it for Champlin Park. And a quick double team and takeaway there. Oh, and that ball just slipping behind. Pirates are not being hesitant at all to get some chances of their own here, even after giving up that early goal. Yeah, that was a very nice play that the Pirates had going. They had the ball up and then passed for the through ball that just didn't quite connect. Miller coming out after it, and he's going to watch it bounce.
Be a goal kick here. I guess he was pretty sure of that. The other thing was, well, two things. He was out near the edge of the box, and the other thing was the footing wasn't the greatest, so he didn't really want to play that ball if he didn't have to.
Can't blame him for that.
So here we go with the goal kick here for Champlin Park, and it's a quick turnover. Jabate trying to put one on goal from long distance, but did not hit it. So another goal kick upcoming here for Champlin Park. So look at Jason Barnhouse, and he was. Both coaches were talking about the field, and there was, you know, an option possibly to play in under the dome at Park Center. The problem would have been you would have had to severely limit fans, and it sounded like that wasn't an option. That was really the preferred option overall. Champlin Park especially didn't want to have to say no fans. So
yeah. When you're getting in the last game or two games of the season, and for the seniors, it's kind of important for them to have their family and friends there to watch them. Park Center trying to get something going here, ends up with a goal kick going the other way.
Pretty decent idea there again, though, as they tried to feed Emmanuel Wart. And that was, you know, Park Center has actually had the better of play here since that goal, I would say. The ball's been in this end of the field quite a bit more.
They've had some good takeaways and have been kind of getting in the way of the passing lanes.
You see the wind knocking it down too. That could be a little bit of it as well. These goal kicks aren't going nearly as far as you would maybe see on a different kind of night.
Right, so you can take another midfielder or two and float them up on top and see if they can get them involved. Try and get some takeover or turnovers.
Collins going to boot this one ahead toward Heinen. He's able to trap it down. Now trying to send one through, but that one rather easily broken up. Bridson receiving the pass, I should say, there from Ando. Mork will keep it moving now as they switch to the right side. Trying to find Kane, and Zhang coming out and comes stumbling out. There was another example of where he wanted to be sure there. You know, falling down didn't matter to him. It was just make sure I kind of get a bear hug around that ball, wrap both arms.
Yeah, you got to maintain control of the ball. We've already seen what can happen if you don't.
Park Center will get a throw in. You know, you're thinking a bad field might slow an offensive team as good as Champlin Park's been, but Park Center likes to play the pretty quick as well, and I don't think it's that they're looking at it as let's slog this game down at all. I think they want to get up and run with them too.
Yeah, they like that fast pace.
Safek will take the throw here for Park Center. They trail it 1-0 against the top seed Champlin Park. And that header will go off the mark. It'll be another goal kick upcoming here for the Rebels.
And that ball ended up being trapped in the snowbank.
Logan Miller, again, a rather short goal kick with the wind knocking it down. Pirates quickly able to force another turnover, and they've kind of lived on that in this first half. Jabate sending one in, ooh, and it went off the defender and landed on the roof of the net there as Higgins tried to knock it away. Instead, he almost knocked it in. And it'll be another corner kick upcoming here for Park Center. See that one?
Yeah, just kind of ricocheted up and almost went into the goal area.
Dangerous header try again. Boy, Park Center has been pretty dangerous on these corners. They're getting the ball to heads early on.
Yeah, I think the object lesson here for
there's a shot on
for Champlin Park is don't give these guys any more corners to take advantage of.
Boy, and I think Miller's finding out that just booting the ball high into the air might be something they need to change. They're turning it over a lot. It's dying in the wind. Another opportunity here for PC. It's knocked away, but this will be another corner kick out on the other side this time.
This is the fourth corner for the Pirates.
And the first one in particular, they got a great opportunity out of. Gonna go low with it this time, header by Merrick. And now the Rebels looking to turn it on the other direction. Looking for Heinen. Heinen waiting. And, yeah, looking to Kane.
Oh, look, you got it too.
Here's Leo Kane the shot. Zhang the save. Rebound. Oh, and it's just wide as Heinen got to it. It'll be a goal kick. Boy, there's Heinen and Kane again, combining for a great opportunity there.
See, Heinen, he sees Kane and then waits for the return pass, gets it, and then takes a shot. Heinen tried to get it, but not this time.
Boy, the defender, I don't know if he didn't realize Heinen was there. He was a little slow playing that ball. He needed to just turn and clear it, and Heinen knocked it away from him and nearly into the net. But seeing how dangerous that pair in particular is, I don't want to make it sound like they're the only ones who create offense for Champlin Park, because they're not, but obviously it's a very special and dangerous duo. Handball call there against the Rebels. This will be a free kick for Park Center. Thanks for joining us for Section 5AA soccer here, and twice postponed. It was supposed to be Tuesday. Everything was postponed Tuesday, the day of the big snowstorm. And then it was going to be Wednesday, but the field conditions wouldn't permit. And then tonight we're over at Maple Grove. The field not in dynamite shape here either, but with that artificial turf, the more it's getting run around on, I think the better it'll get. Up the line, tried to find Heinen. Nice step in to break it up by Safik. Safik driving one upfield. Little battle for it in the air. Bridson coming back to retrieve for the Rebels, but that one is broken up and sent up by Charlie Dwyer. Bloss to the outside. Wanted to bank that one off a Pirate, but instead they were able to sidestep it, and it'll be a throw for Park Center. Dwyer throwing it in here. That one knocked away. Bridson did a nice job getting back to it. And now the turnover force. Bridson, oops, turned back in and had it taken away. I don't think he saw the Pirates there. And that one sneaking through everyone. It will be a goal kick, I believe, here.
Yep. More subs.
Yeah, and it's been Park Center doing the vast majority of the subbing so far in this first half. Rebels kind of going more with these are our guys, and we're going to mainly stick with them. Sylvester Doe getting set to check in for Champlin Park at the next opportunity. Here's Miller again, driving it up high into the air, and again right to a Pirate. Gonna chip it long up the middle, and a nice volley. Ooh, that one was a great idea there after it went off the defender, and then Diego Zavala Varela, just a one-touch volley, but the timing wasn't quite there. Doe will check in now for Champlin Park, and Caden Vennard checking out. This one was very close to being a great opportunity here. Watch this, off the header and just flicking it ahead. Great idea, but Oyedokin couldn't get to it, and maybe wasn't reading it quite the same way as his teammate there.
Nice redirect.
Well, you see this Park Center team, they definitely have some skill.
Yeah, they have individual skills, and I'm very impressed with their passing to the right player at the right time. They seem to know each other where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, they seem like, I mean, as you would hope and expect, but it's been a short season, but they seem like a stronger looking team than we saw, you know, way back at the first game of the year. Ooh, yep. And that one just wide.
No, I agree. I think that's exactly what's happened. They've really progressed during the year and earned their way into the semifinals.
They lost in the semis in overtime to Moundsview one season ago. Moundsview has won their way, and Moundsview every year seems to be kind of the same, where they don't necessarily get seeded right up near the top, but they've been finding their way into that final more often than not, it feels like in 5AA. It is 1-0 Champlin Park, the top seed, but overall, I think you'd have to say the Pirates have had the better of the play. They have the wind at their back, which is one factor, but also just as well as they've played. They have had more opportunities and more possession time than the Rebels have, even though Champlin Park, on the flip side, when they have gotten the ball deep in the Pirates' end, it's been a good chance almost every time.
Yep. I think Champlin Park's been doing a really good job on the counter, the good transition. The problem is in their own zone, Park Center's been winning these 50-50 balls and continue to put pressure on the Champlin Park defense.
Yeah, and they, like you mentioned earlier too, their midfielders, it seems, have, and they had to clear that one out. It'll be a throw. They didn't dare put it back to the keeper there. Park Center's midfielders have done a nice job of being at the right depth to get some of these takeaways on goal kicks or free kicks or even just passes out.
Yeah, they've been sizing up those goal kicks perfectly. They've been able to intercept those.
Safek's pass deflected a couple of times. It's up in the air, and there's Miller to grab it. Rebels trying to counter upfield here. Britson slipped down, and then it's banged right back into the Champlin Park zone. The keeper, Logan Miller, will come out to grab it up. Miller trying to direct traffic. This time he's not going to boot it up into the wind. He goes short with it and nearly a takeaway. Champlin Park, as we said, have had such a good season, and I'm kind of hearing some of their fans kind of getting a little anxious, like, hey, we're not dominating this game like maybe we thought we would or have been all year. They've been pinned in their own end quite a bit.
Well, they're used to winning some of those big games with big scores. But Park Center giving them all they can handle. Heinen
coming in and physical there. Pirates wanted a foul, didn't get it. Nice takeaway, stopped the momentum there, but the Rebels do get it right back. And the sliding tackle knocked it off the foot of Britson. It'll be a throw here for Champlin Park as they make a sub here. Alfredo Perez coming in. Knocked up in the air here. Heinen flicking it to the middle. And back upfield it goes here. Oyedokin trying to get to it, but Mork won the race. Now Mork receiving the pass here. Sending it long. It was mishit just a bit, and Heinen trying to gain control. Knocked away from him and out of play. We will get a throw coming for Champlin Park. A little under 16 minutes to go here in this first half. Will Heinen scoring for Champlin Park in the 5th minute of the game. So they lead 1-0, but as I said, they have, I would say, overall been outplayed here by Park Center in this first half of this half. Mork blasting one up the middle.
Yeah, they've clearly had more possession time.
Ahead now for Heinen. Heinen getting to it. Trying to draw the defender now, getting one away with the left foot. Didn't have much on that. Pretty good position defensively for Park Center there.
Yeah, but I think they got a corner out of it.
It is a corner, yep. They got a piece of it.
Second corner of the first half for the Rebels.
Come low and short with it. Pirates got to it first. Champlin Park able to gain control though and serve back in. Heinen a volley, but this one was offside anyway. And Heinen slips down. Not a bad idea there, but pretty clearly offside. Collins volleying this one ahead. You see Heinen's about 3 yards behind everyone.
At least.
You know they're obvious when I see them right away, right?
I wasn't going to say that, Jay. But you're right.
Pirates keep it moving up the field. And there again, oh, there's a nice takeaway, though. Heinen giving the return pass, but that's intercepted. I was going to say, an example of how much the team going left to right, their goal kicks are going to be much more potent than the other way around. So obviously second half, assuming the wind stays at the same level, that's going to be favoring Champlin Park. This one booted out of there, and Merrick hit it way up into the stands and went for a little tumble. Be a throw coming here for Park Center. They've had a couple of pretty decent opportunities to try and tie this one up after the early Champlin Park goal, particularly off of a couple of corner kicks. Safek will take this throw in here for Park Center. Push back out. Oh, great hustle by Jabate. Kept it alive, but then Endo knocked it loose. Kane lost it. Jabate trying to get across away and does. Knocked loose, pinballed around a little bit here.
Boy, that little ricochet almost got on the Park Center foot to get a clear shot.
Foul called there, I think, bringing the, they called a little push against Park Center as Kane tried to get to that ball. Merrick will take this free kick here for Champlin Park. 12.5 to go in the first half. Champlin Park, the #1 seed, leading 5th seed Park Center here in this Section 5AA semifinal. Again, watch for the girls' game. Champlin Park, Spring Lake Park from this field right after this one on CCX. And I'd like to thank the folks in Section 5AA, Ray Kirch, the section manager, for allowing us a live broadcast this year, primarily because of the fan limits with COVID-19, but also it became, with the weather, I think it became even a nicer thing for some fans who, you know, maybe didn't feel comfortable coming out to the game to be able to watch live and see their sons or grandsons or nephews or just friends and family of any sort to be able to watch this one. Another throw coming here for Champlin Park as Merrick will trigger it in again here. Tried to go down toward the corner with it. Good job to win that one back, but then the return pass got away. And it will be a throw coming for Park Center. I'm going to give a little hats off to the ball chasers tonight too. Number one, it is not very warm out. Number two, the footing isn't that great, but they're doing a pretty good job of keeping the ball in play, and that's what you like to see. I mean, you don't want to see an 80-minute match where the ball's out of play for about 20 of it. You know, just the more you can get the ball back in and get to it. I think both teams wanted to see that here tonight.
Yeah, that keeps the momentum going.
Collins will go back with it here, and then Merrick trying to come up the line. Kane running into a, I don't know if you could quite call it a snowbank, but a little pile there, and had to pull up quick. Safek with the throw here for Park Center. Park Center, I think, in a lot of ways has to be happy with the way they've played. The one thing, though, that you're thinking to yourself is, with the wind in our back in the first half, we wanted to at least be tied. You know, because the odds are that we might see the table flip a little bit in the second half based on the wind. Merrick will take this free kick here just about at midfield on the MG logo there. Hard to read under that snowpack. Flicked ahead here. Kane getting to it. Down he goes. This might be a penalty kick coming up.
It is. The referee is indicating.
Kane was tripped as he started to go after that ball. And so a penalty kick upcoming here for Champlin Park. And we'll see if it'll be Leo that will take it or who is going to get the nod here for the Rebels.
We see it.
As he waits for this to come down. And then,
that's pretty clear.
It's going to be Heinen to take the penalty kick here.
I kind of figured that.
So Heinen scored early in the match. He gets a penalty kick here after Kane was hauled down. And Zhang will try and guess right. It's a tall order on a night like this. Here's the shot, and Heinen buries it. And it's 2-0 Champlin Park as Will Heinen puts that one away on the penalty kick. So a 2-0 lead here for Champlin Park, and you see again. Yeah. I mean, on a night like tonight, you're just hoping he misses the net, basically. Yeah. I mean, really, or puts it right smack into you.
Yeah, with that much velocity, there's no way. Look at the dirt on the ball. Holy cow! Yeah, that shot the keeper is really at a major disadvantage because you're not going to get to it in time.
Well, and in a lot of ways, you hate to see playoff games, you know, in part decided by penalty kick. But I think looking at that replay, there wasn't much doubt about that call.
That had to be called. There's no question about it.
Jabate controlling here for PC. Ooh, Kane coming physical on him. That'll be a foul call. Kane thought he was clean shoulder to shoulder,
but
he
wasn't.
The referee says no. It'll be a free kick here for Park Center.
Yeah, maybe in the hip check on the front there that did it. Right there.
Kind of got his arm into him a little bit, it seemed as well.
So Park Center now with a good opportunity.
Jabate will let it go. Wamstead with the left-footed. Oh, and that one is in.
Did you see the
Miller slipped. That ball curved, and Wamstead will drive it home here for Park Center, as Miller seemed to be very much fooled by that one, both location and then the curve on it. And Park Center strikes on a very long free kick.
We can see like that was almost a banana ball, and I think the wind carried part of it. Here you see it just hook and right into the, just on the opposite side of the goal pole. Watch this.
So a 2-1 game. Boy, that one changes in a hurry as Champlin Park seemingly had kind of taken control, scoring on that PK, but then off the free kick, Miller, I don't know, kind of caught a little bit indecisive, but also slipping. Now here comes Heinen with a chance for the Rebels. Playing it over for Kane. The Zhang got a piece of it. Ball still loose and then driven out. Heinen maybe a little too unselfish here. Might have had a shot for himself. Tried to go to Kane, and Zhang read it and just won the race to it.
Yeah, I think he saw a clearer path at Kane. Here it is again. See if he looks over. Yeah,
oh yeah, it was actually a really nice pass.
It was a very good pass. Good smart play, but Zhang right there to thwart that effort.
Collins will take the throw in here for Champlin Park.
All of a sudden things got exciting.
Yeah, plenty of action here in the last couple minutes. One goal at each end. It's 2-1 Rebels. Merrick blasting that one ahead. Jonas Kenny in there now for Champlin Park. Now here's Jabate. Getting a step. Boy, he is tough to stop one-on-one, isn't he? Now they play it out to the corner, but Jindabong wasn't quite ready to go out and get to that one. Merrick will throw it in here for the Rebels. High bouncer here. We get a push called against Champlin Park. It'll be another free kick for Park Center. And hey,
the last one.
Might try the same thing again here. Wouldn't be a bad idea. They're not terribly far away from where they were the last time. And Jabate bluffed and let Wamstead, the left footer, take it. And he spun one past the keeper, Miller. Kane trying to get in the way here. Referee telling him, all right, get back out of there.
As if they try it again.
Same thing.
Yeah, hooking.
Oh, and it's off the head. A high bounce here, and the header goes just wide.
Wow.
That was very nearly another goal.
It's the same thing. Look at that thing. Hook. The defender has the header, and then
you're thinking too, Miller, a little bit younger keeper and hasn't necessarily been in the goal all year long. He may have tried to call that defender off, and they just didn't hear him as he was coming out to play it as well there. Those are the kind that can be dangerous. Pushed ahead, Heinen trying to get to that one. Boy, both him, well, actually quite a few of the guys in this game, but Heinen and Kane can kind of go 0 to 60 pretty quick,
yes.
Right? I mean, all of a sudden they're moving.
Yeah, their transition is pretty impressive.
And it isn't like teams don't know to expect that they're coming. I think it is definitely harder when there are two of the guys that are equally skilled like that too. You can't throw all of your defense at one or the other.
No, you run out of bodies.
Heinen got to that one. High bouncer here. Pirates trying to get it clear. A swing and a miss. Bridson flicks it ahead. Kane dropping it back. And the Pirates able to win that one. Ando doing a nice job hustling in to break that one up as they tried to drive it upfield. Moses Kawala for Park Center. We get a throw now for the Pirates. 4:35 to go in the first half. 2-1 Champlin Park on a snowy evening here. Boy, I tell you, most years we get through October, or most of October, with not much in the way of snowfall, but obviously that was not the case this year.
No, not by a long shot. Whoops.
And that one's going to get out of play. And I think the other thing that kind of maybe caught some people off guard, probably including coaches and section managers and whatnot, is that it didn't immediately melt like you maybe were thinking it would. It's been stayed gray and cool enough that, you know, a lot of the snow is still sticking around. Safek will take the throw here for Park Center as they keep trying to press for that tying goal. They have definitely had some opportunities. Kane banging it up the field, and it's sent right back. Push to the outside. Here's a long shot that Collins got a piece of. A battle for it in the air. Follow-up try here will go wide. Goal kick upcoming for Champlin Park. And again, Park Center being a little dangerous here.
They're getting some good penetration, moving the ball around very well and getting some shots off.
Micah Kenny getting set to check in now for the Rebels. As you see, Park Center's been good in the air, and then the follow-up try there by, I think it was Oyedokin getting a piece of that one.
Well, that's the one consistent thing that's happened in this first half, is the goal kicks are going right to the Pirates. There's a race for the ball. No one's going to catch that one. It's going to be outside. And a throw in for the Rebels.
Throw in for the Rebels.
Not a lot of space to go to here, and then that one hammered way out of play by Emmanuel Wart.
That'll come down sometime when he gets to Hopkins.
Be a throw-in coming up for Champlin Park, but they're in kind of a bad spot here. I mean, you don't want to get pinned and turn it over way deep in your zone here either. This will help a little bit.
Yep, gives them a little breathing room. But that's a good point, because Park Center's been doing a really good job of getting in front of the throw-ins and the goal kicks and create the turnover. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't climb on a player and then hit it.
Heinen was pushed there as he kind of braced himself and got low, come up for that ball. So a free kick coming for Champlin Park, just shy of midfield here. About 1:20 to go in the opening half. Champlin Park leading it 2-1. Will Heinen a couple of goals, one of them a penalty kick. But not long after his PK, Kyle Wamstead scoring on a long free kick. That was a handball call there. Park Center will get it. Driven upfield here, but Bridson was first to it. Pirates got it right back though. Jabate able to get that one ahead. It's broken up. And Heinen coming back to meet it. Tried to go up the line. That one was denied, and it stays in play, and it might lead to a chance for Park Center. And not quite able to catch up to it. Good effort running down there for PC by Patrick Ladagu. And we're under 10 seconds to go here. I don't think they'll end up even getting this ball back in play. We are going to come to halftime here at Maple Grove, a neutral site as it turns out because of all the snow on Champlin Park's field. Our halftime score is Champlin Park 2 and Park Center 1 in an event-filled first half here in the Section 5 AA Boys semifinals. We'll be right back here on CCX.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
The temporary home, I guess, of the Champlin Park Rebels tonight. They're the host team, but we are at Maple Grove because the Rebels field 2 snow covered, and this one had a fair amount of snow and slush on it, but things seem to be holding up pretty well. 2-1 Champlin Park leading Park Center at halftime here of our Section 5 AA semifinal. Jay Wilcox, Sig Ligary with you here on CCX. And thanks so much for joining us. Let's look at some highlights from that opening half. It actually was a very eventful first half. It felt like chances coming fast and furious here as an early one here for the Rebels, and that one poked just wide. And Kane getting a shot. Jong a great save, but there is Will Heinen. Johnny on the spot as he knocks it in. That one came 4:46 in. Park Center off a corner getting, look at a great opportunity, a couple headers and then off a defender. And then another chance there as it went off a defender and landed on top of the net. Heinen here giving it up for Kane. He gets another opportunity here. Dynamite save. Heinen nearly put that rebound in. And then a penalty kick as Kane was taken down and Heinen put it away. But then Park Center came right back about a minute later, actually a little less than a minute later with this one. Wamstead hooking it, and it fooled Miller. I don't know if a defender got a piece of it or not, but Miller right away I think just didn't expect that one where it came. And the chances were not done. Heinen putting it out front for Kane. Would have had a tap in, but Jong got there and broke it up. And then you see the stats for the first half.
Yeah, surprisingly, Rebels with 4 shots to the Pirates 8. 2 shots on goal for the Rebels, 3 for the Pirates. 5 fouls to 6 and 2 corner kicks to 4. Pirates doing a really good job in these set plays, especially the corner kicks, getting the ball into the danger area for quality opportunities.
One thing that we need to note with that is that Park Center had the wind at their back in the first half. So, and I think it's fair to say that had some impact. So we'll see if that means things get going a little bit more for the Rebels. Even though they lead 2-1, I don't think they're feeling terribly comfortable with the way that first half went. Park Center in some ways had the better of things, I would say, overall. We'll take a timeout. We will come back with more here on a chilly late October evening here in Maple Grove. It is Champlin Park leading Park Center 2-1 here in the Section 5AA Boys Semis. We are about set for the second half here. Hopefully the guys didn't cool off too much. That's the one thing you kind of worry about on a night like this. Not only is it very cold, but it's also very damp. So you want to, get a little bit of a breather and talk things over a little bit, but I don't think you want to be sitting around too much and cool down before you have to get back out there and play.
Yeah, this is the kind of game where you want to be on the field and moving. So we'll see what kind of adjustments are going to be made at halftime. Champlin Park's been pretty good on the counter. In fact, very good in the transition. You look at Heinem, he's got the goal. 2 goals. Well, it's fun to watch him play, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been really good this year. Again, Champlin Park will now have the wind at their back here in this second half, so that one should certainly help their cause on goal kicks in particular. They really struggled with not only not getting much depth on the goal kicks, but turning the ball over, as Sig said. Look at that ball. Goes straight up in the air.
It almost came up backwards.
Long up the side here. Pirates trying to get an early chance. And we'll get a corner out of it. And again, they were dangerous on corner kicks, as we saw in our halftime highlights. I really thought the first one they got was going to wind up as a goal. They got 3 headers, and the third one deflected off a defender's shoulder. It maybe would have been on target enough to go in.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It was close.
Jabate will take the corner kick here for Park Center.
And he's the one who's been delivering these corners. Oh, that one cleared easily. Sent right back in again and right back out.
Here's Heinen coming back to meet it here for Champlin Park. Getting a step. Has Kane with him. Oh, he couldn't get it. That one more step he needed to get that ball away, or Kane, I think, would have had a breakaway. Kane dropping it back off. Kane getting to it here, knocked away from him, but it'll be a throw coming for Champlin Park. Collins to trigger it in here for the Rebels. Tried to go right back to him, but it was well read and knocked away. Nice step up by Merrick. Overrun briefly, but Jabate comes back to get it here for Park Center.
And that's the other skill player we've been watching in the first half.
Got that pass away as they work it around nicely here. Angel Martinez. A little slip there, but the pass still got away. They step up to break that one up and driven upfield. Ooh, they try to get it to Heinen. Now Heinen will come back and push it to the outside. And knocked away. It'll be a throw, though, for the Rebels, as Kane was sneaking down the middle of the field, hoping to receive a crossing pass there, but good hustle by Wamstead, who has the goal for Park Center. Gonna come short with it here and then try and volley one in. This one's gonna get pushed off the field. It will be a throw coming here for Champlin Park. already we're kind of seeing that the wind is just sort of tilts the field.
Yeah, it does.
It was in Park Center's favor in the first half, and now Champlin Park's. Just sort of a subtle thing. I mean, even though not all of these balls are being affected by it, it just seems like that's the way it goes a little bit.
Chabate with a nice takeaway.
Drops the pass off here. Martinez now sending it up the middle. The clearing try was blocked, but the second try they get it out. Here's Bridson turning to wait for it here. Trying to go to Kane, but that one broken up by Wamstead. Rebels gaining control now, looking to switch fields here, way across for Collins. Has a little space. Collins chipping one to the middle. Heinen coming to meet it. Couldn't quite direct it toward the net, but Heinen takes it right back, and then couldn't quite get around that ball to get a cross away or a shot attempt away, and drives it way wide of the mark. Goal kick here for Park Center.
Yeah, that could have been a factor of the plant foot not getting down there solid. I've seen some of these shots going awry, and that may be because they don't have a good clean shot at it.
Bridson, a nice takeaway. Now Collins receiving the pass. Comes to Kane, back for Collins, a little behind him. Endo sending it back. And now Bridson receiving. Try to go to Kane, and Bridson was knocked down. This is going to be a foul against Park Center. And let's see if we might get a yellow. I don't think so.
No, but there's going to be a lecture.
Jabate was not happy with the call.
Gotta work out there, Blue.
See, right?
Yeah, a little shove. Good call.
Mork will take the free kick here for Champlin Park. Mork putting one to the front. It deflects right over to Zhang. And he will come up with it and sling it out, but a header pushes it right back. Knocked away from Heinen. Mork trying to control that bouncing ball. Bello sending it up. Higgins had that pass blocked. Pirates trying to pounce on it quick. Push to the outside. And that one will be cleared off the field. A throw coming here for Park Center as Jabate tried to get to it. Dwyer will trigger it in here for Park Center. Early in the second half, it's 2-1 Champlin Park, the #1 seed here, taking on 5th seed Park Center. Kane sending it long for Heinen.
It's going to chase it down.
Heinen getting to it. Oh, and he kept it alive. No, maybe he didn't. He went right over the end line.
Yep, it was darn close, so good hustle.
There was a case where the wind didn't help them. It was too much.
Yeah, we saw that last week in the game where the wind was blowing so hard that it was even hard to get a free kick off. This one dies in the wind.
Jabate got a head on it, then Marek lofting it long, and Zhang will scoop it up. Rebels able to win, and that's what was happening to them the other direction in the first half. The goal kicks were being knocked down by the wind and led to turnovers. Kane with it. Pushes it to the outside, and that one's going to keep on rolling though, so it'll be a goal kick for Park Center. The one thing is, when you do have the wind like this, I mean, obviously they want to score some more goals, but it's easier to protect a lead like this when the ball in general, the wind is helping you.
Yes.
Like, you know, they're just, I mean, Champlin Park in a playoff game, to just keep the ball in their end of the field for a lot of this half would be a good thing for them, even if they don't score anymore. Obviously, the Pirates can't score if they don't have the ball. Throw-in coming up for Champlin Park. Merrick getting set to take it here.
Let's go, Chandler. Get something going.
Interesting, because just from looking at the field, with all the running around that's gone on, there looks to be a lot less slush. But whether that actually means the footing is better or not, it's really kind of hard to say from up here. It certainly looked worse when the game began than it does now, but that may or may not mean that it's a lot better footing.
The other, it's fascinating. If you look at the field from up here, you can see where it's been used and where it hasn't been used.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of tells you where's the play been developing.
Heinen trapping it down to himself here.
Little heel kick.
Yeah, tried to go to Mork, but they took it away. Pirates looking to counter, but lost it and driven back upfield. Heinen got a piece of that one, but Jong will come out to grab it up. That's the thing. Champlin Park's good in the midfield, but they're also very capable of just more or less skipping the midfield part of it and going over the top. Here comes Heinen to get to it. Trying to get control and lifts it over the net as Jong came sliding out at him.
I don't know if that went off Jong.
No, looks like not. Looks like they're calling it a goal kick.
Okay. That was pretty close.
See, is the high bouncer here. Played it with the knee and then just got under it. Always kind of tough to determine when's my best spot to try and strike there when a bouncing ball like that.
Yeah, especially when you're that close into the goal area. There's a little shove in the back that wasn't called.
Heinen getting control, lofting a long one for the far post. Kane trying to run to it. One thing about Heinen, I mean, he's skilled, yes, and he's fast, but he's also pretty big. He wins a lot of those shoulder-to-shoulder battles. So he's kind of got the whole package in that regard.
Right, and he's not shy to use his size. Here, look at number 10. Having a good game and also a very good season.
Jabate with the header, but Merrick will get there first for Champlin Park. That one knocked down. Endo coming up to meet it. And now Mork tracking it down here for the Rebels. He's run off it though. Nice job as they doubled him up. Orrit coming back, but lost it. Heinen with the header over toward Kane. Got to it, plays it ahead. Kane getting to it. Can he put it in? Oh, it's off the crossbar.
Oh no, he had a wide open net, couldn't connect. Heinen trying to get across.
Here's Collins with a follow-up, and Heinen can't control it. Oh, such a great play by Kane. I thought for sure he was going to finish that one and put it in, and instead it goes off the crossbar. Great opportunity for the super sophomore here for Champlin Park.
You'll see it again. Ball's loose, little tap. Oh my.
Kind of almost even the underside of the crossbar.
Yeah, it was, and then went straight down. Like most of those kind of go right back into the net area.
Wow.
And he didn't hit it hard. He did the right thing.
I thought he did a really nice job of staying composed there when the keeper's charging out at him and everything. I mean, you couldn't come any closer and not have it be a goal. So Park Center, they got to feel good. They kind of dodged one there. Doe coming back to meet it, and you know, here's Heinen receiving that pass, but a nice takeaway. We were kind of talking about at halftime, you know, how much of Park Center's control had to do with the wind, and we're seeing it kind of the opposite in the second half, so maybe it does have quite a bit to do with things, because now it's been mostly Champlin Park.
Yeah, it seems to be that way now with Park Center getting their free throw, or throw-in, sorry, wrong sport.
Long throw in there, and pop back out. Oh, Kane had a swing and a miss. And chopped away there by Collins. It'll be a throw though for Park Center.
Park Center with an opportunity to get an offensive play set up.
Yeah, they really have not had the ball in this end of the field much after having quite a bit of offensive zone time in that first half, as we said, again with the wind at their back. We've got to acknowledge that part, but I thought they passed the ball really well, and to be perfectly honest, I thought to start the game they kind of seemed a little more ready for the pace of this game than the Rebels were.
Yeah, I believe they were not at all worried about the field condition or the wind. They just came out to be aggressive. They were stoppage.
Yellow card issued there on that hard tackle as Kane was taken down, and Warrett will be issued the yellow card. Watch the tackle here as you'll see Kane come in and block the pass, and then he gets it upfield.
Yeah, ball's long gone when he came sliding in.
Kane, fortunately for him, mostly avoided that one. He kind of saw it coming, and he was kind of nimble on his feet there to, you know, those are the kind that you can get hurt on if your ankle gets either stepped on or just twisted. But it looked like he was mostly able to avoid that. But it was hard enough and physical enough that referee still was going to make that call regardless of how much of it he avoided. Header there and a race for it to the sideline. It's going to be out off Champlin Park's John Ando, so throw here for Park Center. Still got plenty of time to go, but just the fact that they really haven't had the ball even in the Rebels' end much, they have to kind of be a little concerned about that. Oh, there's a nice move and takeaway as Jabate comes up with it. Keeps his footing, and then that back pass deflected. Kane coming up with it. Tried to play it around and goes out of play off of Leo. It'll be a throw here for Park Center. And it's going to crawl over the line, so a throw for Champlin Park. Kane to the middle to Heinen, got the return, and they tried to go again, but they couldn't quite connect there. And then Zhang's throw up the side gets out of play. The wind, I think somewhat coming toward us too a little bit. It's changed maybe from just going left to right entirely to a little bit across the field. Here's Doe dropping it off now, looking to attack up the middle. Pass was blocked, and here come the Pirates. Now Mork receiving that pass, finds Heinen. Heinen able to keep possession, got by one, gets by another.
Look at this, 1-on-5, and he's getting the ball up there. That's amazing.
And his pass, though, was not a great one out to Doe. It was knocked away, but goes out of play. It'll be a throw for Champlin Park. Jonas Canny will come in.
Look at this move. 1, 2, 3. Still has it now. Tries to to get it over there and didn't quite make it, but wow, that's some first-class skills. There's a battle for the ball right over there. Still going on. Finally, it squirts loose.
Foul called as Jabate just was determined he was going to make his way upfield with that one no matter what.
Well, something had to give.
And then the wind pushes that one down. Jabate getting back to it, and then it's driven up the sideline, but we get another foul call going against Champlin Park. Be a free kick here for Park Center. Got a good foot on that one, but the Rebels got to it first. That'll be a foul call as Ando undercut the Pirates there, and a free kick upcoming as Ryan Jimenez going down to the turf. So free kick here for Park Center in a fairly dangerous spot.
About 30 yards out. Kicking into the wind, so that could be a factor for the keeper, Miller, because he's going to have to watch how that ball wavers in the wind.
Jabate and Wamstead are there, and Wamstead scored on a free kick more to the side, but a similar depth. This time he'll go by it, and they try to drop it off to Wamstead. Not quite going to be able to get there. Not a too bad of an idea, but just didn't have the execution.
On paper, that looked really good.
I would say it did kind of fool the D. I mean, nobody
saw that one coming.
Nobody was really ready for it, but
you're right.
It's a tough play to fully execute, especially on a slippery field. Bounces past the first wave, and then Wamstead has to clear it out as Heinen was bearing down on him. So a throw coming up here for Champlin Park. 2-1 Rebels our score. All the scoring coming in the first half. Rebels, after maybe being outplayed some in the first half, have definitely had the better of it here in the second, although not a lot of scoring chances. There were definitely more chances in that first half than what we've seen so far in the second.
Yeah, you can see a big change in the stats with Park Center having 8 shots and 3 on goal in the first half. In the second half so far, they've had 0 shots, 0 on goal. Champlin Park's had 3 shots so far in the second half, but nothing on goal.
Boy, I'll tell you, that one by Kane, though, was so close to going in under the crossbar. Now Heinen.
Well, there's a difference between shot on goal and in goal.
Right. Heinen trying to work past the D, and his cross was blocked. He comes out to retrieve it again here. Lifting it with the left foot. It bounces over to Kane. Oh, and he just got a little piece of it. Couldn't really get a strong head on it.
No, he just more of a deflection than it was a header.
Yeah.
But that was close.
And this should be a throw for the Rebels, and it is. As Kawala unable to run it down for PC. That's the thing, it just feels like Champlin Park doesn't need a high volume of shots to get really good ones, particularly when it involves Kane or Heinen.
Yeah, just get the ball somewhere in their vicinity and they'll take care of the rest.
Another throw coming here for Champlin Park. The winner will take on Mounds View in the section final on Saturday. And as I mentioned earlier, it sounds as though that will be at Mounds View, but that maybe isn't set in stone yet. So obviously check with your player or your school to determine that for sure. We don't want to steer anybody wrong, but that's the word that we had gotten, is that it will likely be at Mounds View. Popped out of play. It'll be a throw coming up here for Park Center. Ladagu a handball there, so free kick here for Champlin Park. Bounces around a little bit here and banged ahead here to Jordan Ross. Lifts it out to the outside. Heinen coming to get it. Goes with the left-footed cross. Kane trying to get to it. Kane turns and says, yeah, I like that idea. It didn't quite work, but he says that was good. That was a nice read. So goal kick here for Park Center. Time starting to be a little bit of a factor for them, though, as we got about 17 and a half minutes to go. And a 2-1 Champlin Park lead.
And with Champlin Park now doing a much better job in the second half of possession and keeping it out of the way of the Park Center forwards.
Strong header there, and they keep it moving, but then re-intercepted. Oof. Physical battle there, and Mark will be called for the shove. Safek getting set to take the free kick here for Park Center. They're confident that he can get that ball even into the wind at near the top of the box, as they've got guys push forward here to try and make something happen.
And he did get it to the wall.
Gonna have a push call there against Park Center and a free kick upcoming. Pirates.
Park Center, they're upset because they saw a foul.
And Jabate, got to be careful there.
Yeah.
He came pretty hard after the official.
His teammate grabbed hold of him and held him back. As we've seen in the past, you never win the argument with the referee. That's what they were arguing about. I think he may have had a good case there.
Park Center bench not happy with that little sequence there. It'll be a free kick for the Rebels.
Yeah, that could have given him a free kick and a good opportunity, but here we
had a handball, yes.
Yeah, foul called against Park Center.
Definitely got onto the hand. Collins getting set to, maybe he'll actually drop off and have Mork take this free kick. Mork, low bouncer into the middle, and it deflects over. Still dangerous as they try and get it out to Heinen. Collins in the right spot there, serving it back in, but a nice interception. Kane, though, takes it back, and then he in turn lost it as he tried to burrow his way through toward the net. Nice takeaway by Bloss.
That was a clean tackle, or clean takeaway. Made contact with the ball.
Kenny playing it to the outside. Got the cross away there, and going to be a goal kick, but still good hustle to keep that play alive. Back in for Champlin Park, Perez and Caden Benar. So the Pirates put it back into play again. Time starting to be a factor here. We're under 14 to go, and Champlin Park leading it 2-1. And got a little too much of that one as he tried to go up to Kane, but rolls out of play. Another goal kick upcoming here for Park Center. And the wind pushing that one down. Jabate, then it was headed toward Heinen, and a battle for it here. Kane able to free it up. Dropping it over to Heinen. He fires and scores. Great assist by Leo Kane, and it's a hat trick for Heinen. And they get a little breathing room on that one.
Good hustle, good perseverance. And Heinen slams it in there for the hat trick. There he is.
Boy, again,
what a night, huh?
Leo with another really unselfish play there. He could have taken that shot himself too, but he decided he saw an even better opening on the other side here. As Kane comes up with it, just drops it off. And
yeah. Actually, that was a smart play on his part because there was a lot of traffic. You always see it again. Look at the traffic in front of him, and then feeds the ball up. And easy put away.
I can promise you no keeper would have stopped that one.
No. I don't think there's any keeper in the league who's going to get that one.
A stoppage here, and this might be a card going to the bench for Park Center, perhaps. So let's see. Going over to talk to Coach Barnhouse.
I have no idea what they're discussing. Probably the previous no call.
Yeah, I think so.
Hunting's back again.
Circling back again. And
he's motioning towards the crowd. I wonder if he's not too happy with some of the comments coming out of the stands.
I almost thought for a moment it was looking like he was
going to card the bench.
Yeah, like he was asking. We might be having him getting somebody from the site crew to assist here. I don't know if there's somebody in the stands that has gotten out of hand, or was there a snowball thrown, or I don't know.
I wish we had a mic over there, but we don't.
I think it obviously must go beyond just, hearing from the coach.
Right.
It almost seems as though he was trying to get the attention of...
Oh boy, he did issue a card on the bench.
Get him out of here, let's go!
Yeah, he did ask for a site representative to come over, and I think I'm guessing it seemingly had something to do with somebody from the stands, not so much the bench. And I'm guessing, Coach Barnhouse is kind of saying, yeah, they're probably our fans, but we can't be responsible for something in the bleachers either.
We don't coach the fans, but you do have the responsibility to keep things civil. Okay, I think we're finally going to get it underway here. We'll have a drop ball.
Yeah, it's hard to speculate on what, because I thought at first that it was just, coach was complaining quite a bit, and I'm going to come over and give him a couple minutes to.
Yeah.
But it obviously must have went beyond that.
He went way beyond that. He came back like 4 or 5 times before he finally got the card out. Okay, regardless of that, we're back to action.
Be a throw coming for Champlin Park. I think the complexion of the game changed a little bit with going from 2-1 to 3-1 now too.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a little breathing room after that third goal.
And it makes it that much more difficult for Park Center to get back into the match.
Yeah, and I think they kind of sense that too now, and probably, feeling a little frustrated as well. Jabate sending it upfield. Merrick got a piece of it. And Pirates trying to show they are not done yet. That one rolls all the way through, then deflected away by Collins. And it's going to be a corner kick. His keeper was coming out. And there again, I think maybe a little bit of the, maybe not being loud enough or vocal enough to call him off that one. Or either that or the older defender kind of ignoring the young keeper's call. I don't know. But that one appeared to be a ball that should have been the keeper's to come get. So Park Center dangerous on these corners, and here's a header that comes through.
But again, that corner kick was right on the mark.
Mark will lift that ball out. Heinen racing after it. Heinen living up to billing tonight. 3 goals for the Rebels, and that ball just comes to a complete stop as it drops into a snow pile there.
You don't need a ball retriever for that one. Parks are desperately trying to get something going.
And that's the thing when you want to be quick but not in a hurry if you're them, right? I mean, to try and keep your passing, keep the ball and not get too impatient, but at the same time know that you can't have, you don't have that much time. You need 2 goals, not 1 now.
Now you need 1 pretty quick just to get back into the game, much less the equalizer.
That one mishit a little bit, a long run for it. Kane was there first, but then shouldered off it briefly. It'll come back out, and a throw for Park Center. Kane, a nice read to get back in and break that one up. Boy, he is so good with his feet. Mork sending it up. That was going to be offside anyway there.
Yep.
Benar was out ahead, and Heinen perhaps as well. But then the Pirates just turn it over. Zhang throwing it right into the bench. That one does not help your cause. Under 10 minutes to play now. 3-1 Champlin Park as they try and advance to the Section 5 championship. Banged out of there by Martinez, and now here come the Pirates. Ladagu. And they step in by Bloss there. Koala coming back to meet it. Bloss again making a play. That's the thing, just little plays throughout a game. Brandon Bloss, hasn't touched the ball all that much, but he's made a few key plays for the Rebels. And that pass a little too far. Get a throw coming here for Park Center. Strong header there to clear that one back out. It'll be another throw for Park Center, but their first opportunity thwarted there. Served in, the race on for this one, and a good attempt there as Jabate tried to get his body squared up to get a good angle to shoot that one, but couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get there to get himself into the right position.
Come on, guys, close it out.
Tried to send it to Kane there, but it's broken up. Pushed ahead there by Dwyer, but then the Rebels get the steal. Kane trying to get to it, and let's see, it's going to be Pirates throw. Yep. Kane thought it was Champlin Park's throw. Instead, it'll be PC. 7:15 to go here. 3-1 Rebels. Leo Kane dropping it back. Mork getting it over, a little back heel, and just knocked away by Dwyer.
Come on, Cole. Not cool. Come on, Cole, fight.
Bridson had it taken, and then he steals it back, finding Kane. Back for Bridson. Steal, though, the other way it goes. Merrick charging up hard to get to that one.
Come on, Cole, win it.
And it will be a throw for Champlin Park. Collins to take the throw here. Nice ball there, back out to Collins. Bridson to Kane, back to Bridson. Bridson with the header. Kane trying to get to it, now trying to win it back, and he blocked that pass. Heinen stepped in briefly, had it.
Come on, 12, you got to go get the ball.
Pirates trying to get some numbers pushed forward. They just haven't been able to put any pressure on down the stretch here, trailing it by 2.
No, they're still looking for their first shot, actually, of the second half. And we only have 5:35 to go in the match.
This will be a throw for Park Center as it sneaked over the line. Safek will throw it in here for Park Center. That one broken up, a long run to get to it. Heinen trying to play it around the D. Good recovery though to keep that ball and survive the collision. Play to the outside here. Oyedokin trying to get a step. Now it's knocked back. And it'll be a goal kick here for Champlin Park. Kana is a little bit shaken up. He's going to come out. Thomas Segbe will come in. No, wait a minute. I guess he's not replacing Leo. He's going to stay out there. Miller knocking it upfield. Kane coming back to meet it. And he gets himself going. Heinen trying to get himself available to receive a pass here. Ooh, collision there. Ouch. I think Kane's head hit into the face of Koala, and Koala went down. Yeah, they hit.
Kane's gone.
They hit heads.
Yeah. They're both, one's laying down, the other one's trying to get up, I think. Because he kind of trying to get himself up.
Yeah, that one didn't feel good. It might have been into like the nose or forehead. You'll see right there. Oh,
yeah, it looks like forehead to forehead, didn't it?
Yeah, that's painful.
So Koala's going to be going off to be attended to. Khan is on the sideline. They're checking him. Referee's telling him to stay off the field for a little bit.
Yeah, and to be honest, at this point in the game, 2-goal lead, and it's getting pretty physical.
I'd leave him out.
I would leave him out.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a player that the Pirates are, coming after pretty hard when he's handling the ball and everything too. Because they've got another game to play on Saturday, the way it looks here.
Yes. Yeah.
Merrick will throw it in for the Rebels, looking for Heinen. Heinen double teamed there, couldn't get through it. Merrick, a nice step up there. Segbe racing after it here for Champlin Park. Not going to be able to get there. Pirates trying to get it upfield and go after it, but just hasn't been their half. Jabate coming back to meet it. He will leave it off for Safek.
I give credit to the Champlin Park midfield and defense. They have not given the Pirates any kind of a shot at all in the second half. Here's a breakaway potentially.
Just as you said that, they almost had a miscue there, but Collins was back to help out, and Collins now a sliding tackle to knock it out of play. Throw coming for PC, but they are running out of time here, as we'll be under 3 minutes when they trigger this one in. Knocked out of there. Heinen coming after it. It's kind of a one-on-one open field here. Heinen already has 3 tonight. Ooh, a great move. Heinen walking in, he fires, and Zhang got the better of him that time, denying him after a beautiful move, froze the defender. And it will be a corner kick for Champlin Park. Heinen looking for number 4 tonight. Watch this move.
Right there, what a pretty move that was. A little fake and then gets the shot clear. Zhang right there to knock it down. And this is the first corner of the second half for the Rebels.
Obviously eats up a fair amount more time here too.
Yes, it does.
This corner kick.
Whoa, that's way over.
Got too much of that one, and it will be a goal kick here for Park Center. Pirates getting it back into play quickly here, but they end up turning it over. And then this one driven up the sideline, it will be out. Wamstead overran that one. Jabate spinning his way upfield and then ran into Collins. It'll be a foul actually against Park Center. So free kick here for Champlin Park as we tick down toward a minute to go here in regulation. Rebels are going to win it.
And they'll take on the number 3 seed Mounds View.
That one did not click, but it'll be a goal kick here for Park Center. Remember to watch the Rebels girls contest against Spring Lake Park in their semifinal coming up here on CCX as well. Pirates trying to drive it long up the middle, but broken up. Ando turning away with it, under 20 seconds remaining. And Zhang's going to come out and scoop this one up. But the Pirates are going to run out of time. I thought they played a pretty strong first half, even though they ended up trailing 2-1 at halftime. But second half, they just haven't been able to get anything going. The wind, again, is part of that. But also a very good Champlin Park team was a bigger part of that. So we have come to the end of our boys semifinal here. It is top seed Champlin Park defeating number 5 seed Park Center by a score of 3-1. Again, the Rebels will play Mounds View for the section championship on Saturday. Hope you've enjoyed this one. For Sig Lagry and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. That'll do it for the boys game tonight from Maple Grove. It's the Rebels 3 and the Pirates 1.